Hello friends, I am Rahul Gupta from Starts with Bhai YouTube channel. So today is a very interesting topic. If you see from the last 2 years, in this COVID pandemic, many people have lost their job, many businesses have closed. The question is, what should we do so that even if this situation happens in our life, which are unprecedented, nobody can predict them, what should we do? So today's topic is all about that. And this year, new resolution we call Resolution 2022, which is cover your ass, correct? So don't worry about the word. You might be thinking what this word is. Okay, the intent behind this is that cover do the little bit of planning so that any unprecedented event happens in your life, you are ready to basically cover that. That is the basic intent behind this. So now the question comes, what should you do so that if any kind of this, you lost a job, let's say you are in a business or anything happens, and you need a money, what you are going to do? The only thing that you have is basically taking the loan. Imagine like you are in your 20s and you have had a salary of 20,000. Let's say because of some reason you lost your job. Then now the next job, it might take 3-4 months. What you will do for that 3-4 months? So today's topic is basically on that. If you want to learn what should we do, first thing that we are going to discuss, there are 3 topics that we call. This is called your emergency fund. So today we will be discussing a little bit about emergency fund. First we will discuss what is the emergency fund and how much should be the emergency fund, and then where should be kept this emergency fund. So these are the 3 topics that we will be discussing in detail, and I will cover everything from scratch in this video. So stay tuned till last. Now the first one comes, what is the meaning of emergency fund? So emergency fund like some sort of a money that you are keeping aside from your salary, so that any kind of unplanned event happens, you can use that. So that we call as the emergency fund. The key criteria for the emergency fund, you can't say the new iPhone came and your friend will say, my God, it has fantastic feature, correct? Let's see. My neighbor, my God, uska touch karo na to maja aa jata hai bilkul, correct? Don't go in that mode. So that is basically the emergency fund. Once you create it, you should keep aside. Anything happens, you should not touch that. That is the first thing. Second thing comes, how much should be your emergency fund? So now this is very crucial part. Now in order to understand how much should be, generally we say it should be your 6-month salary, or like it is good to have, but the ideal situation is a 12-month salary. 12-month salary amount. Correct? Now the question comes, should we have all this like full salaries multiplied by 6 months? Full salary multiplied by 12 months? Answer is no. So for that, we need to do a little bit of calculation. We will discuss that one by one. So the first one, what we can do, now what we are trying to do, we are trying to understand how much emergency fund you should have. So for that, first you will write down what is the salary that you are earning. So let's imagine this is a 30,000 rupees. Imagine this is the 30,000 rupees you are getting in your account every month. Now the next thing, so this is your thing, but your income that is coming in your account. Next thing, you will write something called a need. What is need basically? Need can be your, for an example, loan EMI or any kind of loan that you have, that like you need to pay anyway. You can't live without that. Imagine like, let's say this is a 4,000 rupees. Every month you are paying because of something. You have taken a phone, you have taken some education loan or anything. Next thing is called a rent, which is the bigger chunk. So let's imagine this is a 8,000 rupees for you. Correct? So then you come something called an utilities. What is utilities? Utilities are your electricity bill, your internet bill, your phone bill, correct? Or different kind of bill that you are expending. So this is also basically one of the need. Let's assume this is also 4,000 rupees. Correct? So all these are your need. This is also your need. Correct? And then something called your personal. Correct? In this personal, like you can have your food is also coming under the utility, by the way. Food, your daily requirement. Personal, basically you are ordering from your Swiggy, Zomato, correct? Something like food you are ordering, you are going out, or you are purchasing something, that come under the personal. So let's assume this is the 5,000 rupees you are spending, but this is not your need, this is your want. Okay, because this personal you can reduce. Every day it is not mandatory. Now you should eat outside, you should order, you should go to Domino's. It is not required. Correct? Go to movies. But like you can reduce. Now the next thing is, once you get all these things, okay, then you come to the invest, and then something is called an investment. Okay, so this is the investment. So let's say how much is the total as of now. So you have 4 plus 8, 12, 12, 16, 16 plus 5, 21. So 21, and remaining is 9,000 rupees. So let's say you are investing everything, and at the end of the month you are having the zero. Correct? Nothing is there. So you have a salary of 30,000. You have given the loan for 4,000. Your rent is 8,000. Utility 4,000. Personal 5,000, and investment is a 9,000. So total is coming is a zero. Total remaining at the end of the month is zero. Nothing is there. Correct? So this is, let's say, now how to calculate the emergency fund. So what you should do, your emergency fund, okay, your emergency fund is nothing but, let's say I am calculating 6 times of your emergency fund. So what I will do, 6 multiplied by whatever are your needs. So these are your needs. Correct? So 8 plus 8, which is like a 16,000. Okay. So 16,000 is basically is the 96,000 rupees you should have with you, okay, or you need to accumulate this amount for your emergency fund. For this is your 6 months basically you can survive. Now the next comes the 12x. Okay, 12x emergency fund. This is good to, like, this is the best desirable condition, okay, or the entitlement for you. Now 96, so 1,92,000 rupees basically you are going to get the, this is, now this seems to be a huge amount. These are the very, very big numbers. Correct? Anyway, like, you need not to write down this calculation. I am going to attach one PDF along with this video, so you can refer that. Okay, so this I am just explaining. Understand the concept, what you should do. So the first thing is, you should have your emergency fund. Now the question is, how much emergency fund you should have. So what you do, you calculate what are your needs on a monthly basis, multiply that total with a 6, then you get your 6-month emergency fund, multiply that number by 12. So 12 into 16,000 will give you this 1,92,000. So now you have done the calculation that, okay, 1,92,000 I need to accumulate for my emergency fund, and 96,000. Now these numbers seems to be very huge. Correct? Now the question comes, how should we accumulate this much amount? This is like a Herculean task for us. How can we actually do this? Okay, it is a very, very difficult, because if I take, let's say, 6 months, 96,000. Okay, now let's say if I remove my personal needs, let's say I made it 0, and I removed my investment, so that is 9 plus 5, that is a 14,000. If I do approximately 7 months of time, correct? That means it will take a half year for me to accumulate just a 6-month emergency fund, and 12 months, okay, or almost like more than a year to accumulate this. Correct? Now the question is, what should we do in this case? Okay, what is the thought process we should do? Okay, so now the next task is, we are going to learn that how should you, okay, so how should you accumulate your emergency fund? What should be done? So third question that we are going to answer, how should you accumulate? How should you accumulate? Okay, so now the first thing is, you have your income. Okay, so that was 30,000 in this case, and then you were having your something called the needs, which are anyway there. Needs were coming out to be 16,000. Okay, and then let's say you were having your something called a personal item. Personal item was, earlier you were having the 5,000 rupees, and your investment was 9,000 rupees. Correct? Now what you should do first, the moment you get a every month salary, correct? The moment you got a every month salary, correct, reduce this personal to the 50%. Okay, that's what you need to do. So that means 2,500 here plus 9,000. Okay, 9,000. So 11,500 rupees you remove from your salary and put it in a separate account, like, correct, like in a single shot. Okay, like this. Okay, yeah, I'm loving this. Correct. So like 30,000 salary is there, you directly remove 11,500. Okay, just for simple calculation, 12,000. Okay, so remaining is the 18,000. Now, so 12,000. Now this 12,000 should be kept like how I prefer is basically I'm creating a separate bank account where you can keep this amount. Now we will discuss in much detail where you should keep this. Okay, so now once you have got a salary of 30,000 rupees, directly remove 12,000 rupees from this every month. And remember, emergency fund will not be created overnight. It takes time. Correct. But take a resolution to make this year so that down the line, if any unprecedented event happens, you are ready to take care of that. Correct. So this was the fourth question is coming. Where should we keep this amount? Should we keep? Okay. Every month, which the amount we are removing. So what I thought like is that, okay, and what is my thought process is follow the 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule. Correct. Like this is not a new, like everyone knows this, but the problem is like we don't follow. So the 20% of your entire amount. So currently in our case it was the 12,000, correct? 12,000 rupees that we were saving every month or keeping aside. So 20% of that is like a 2,400 rupees, correct? Keep this in your bank account. So don't keep at your house as a cash, because with the inflation, the value of that amount depreciate. Okay, so every year the inflation is, let's say, 6%. That means 6% value is depreciating. If you keep in the house as a cash, that means the amount value is decreasing with the time. So keep in the bank. We know that the interest rate of the bank is around 3%, but at least you are getting some. Remaining 80% you basically use in the mutual fund. Give a better than, okay, better than your FD, better than your. So that means your money is also growing with the same rate. It should not happen like you saved the emergency fund, but with the time period that value has decreased. It is of no use now. So your money should also grow with the same rate, mutual fund. Now, the crucial question you will be thinking, if you are putting in your 80% of the mutual fund, how will you use in the case of emergency? Because you cannot take that out immediately, isn't it? How will you use that? That is the biggest question. So for that, what you should use? So there are two kind of mutual funds are there. So one is called a liquid mutual funds. Liquid mutual funds. So okay. So the interest rate for this varies around 6 to 7%, which is slightly better than the inflation or the inflation adjusted, you can say. So either you can put your money in this, the better part, draw all the money, your money will come in a 24 hours in your account. That is the meaning of liquid. Liquid means it is available readily. That's why the interest rate is very, very less. Okay. Now the next thing is, now the question comes that, okay, what we will do for 24 hours? Okay. For the 24 hours, use your credit card. That spend your credit card, swipe your credit card. Okay. And you know that within a 24 hours, you are going to get a money and give back to the credit card. So this is the strategy that you should follow so that your money is actually kept aside, okay, for the emergency fund. And if any emergency happens, you will use your swipe card and exit the money from the mutual funds, okay, and you can pay to them. So your money is also growing at the inflation adjusted rate, okay. So, and the second thing, like you are covering your emergency needs, okay. So that is the basic fundamental of cover your ass. Okay. We engineers generally, like I'm an engineer, so generally we make a lot more mistakes. We are good in tackling the projects, designing something, but we are very bad in the money. So this is the skill, like I have taken the resolution for 2022 that I will basically create or start thinking about covering my ass by keeping aside some sort of a money to create a emergency fund. Now what do you think? What is your thought process? Provide me your thought process in the comments. And this entire calculation which we did, I have created a PDF for that which is attached in this, so you can refer that. 2022, what is your resolution? My resolution is cover my ass. Are you ready to cover your ass? Thank you.